As we take a look at our tale of the tape here from MGM National Harbor between David Morrel Jr. and Quintin Rangkin. Ray and Jared, what stands out to you numerically?
Once again, the youth of Morrel. Morrel had an extensive amateur career. He's only been in this country 4 months. He came from Cuba 4 months ago. He was stopped in Miami, but he went to Minnesota. He's living and training out of Minnesota, which baffles me, coming from the climate he comes from. But his youth, his height, of course, the height is about the same. Years as a pro is very obvious. But again, he has an extensive amateur career, and I'm sure that's why they're going to move him pretty quick.
Ladies and gentlemen, the action continues here at MGM National Harbor. 8 rounds in the light heavyweight division, all brought to you by TGB Promotions in association with Warriors Boxing, sponsored by MGM Resorts and Brooklyn Boxing. Your 3 judges scoring this contest at ringside will be Lynn Carter, Larry Hazard Jr., and Ron McNair. The referee in charge when the bell sounds is David Braslow. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he comes in wearing the black trunks with the red, weighing in officially at 171 1/2 pounds. His professional record consists of 15 wins, 6 losses, a dozen victories coming by way of knockout against 2 draws. Fighting out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Quintin Rangkin. And across the ring, his opponent fighting out of the blue corner. He comes in adorned in white trunks, weighing in officially at 170 1/2 pounds. As a professional, he's undefeated, 1 win, that only victory coming by way of knockout. Desde Santa Clara, Cuba. Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, presentando David O. Morrel Jr.
Center. All right, guys, given the rules in the dressing room, protect yourself at all times, obey my commands at all times. Touch them up. Good luck.
Our next matchup, David Morrel Jr., just 1-0, taking on Quintin Rangkin, who has 23 professional fights. Morrel, an outstanding Cuban amateur, 130-2 was his record. He went to Miami first, but then he felt he needed to go to Minnesota. He trains under Sankara Frazier, who is the lead trainer for welterweight contender Jamal Shango James. And for David Morrel, he said that he fits in so well with the Circle of Discipline. That's what they call themselves. That's the gym that Jamal James trains at. And we've been in Minneapolis in the Twin Cities several times this year, as it's become a hotbed for talent in boxing.
Great city, great fight city. And I tell you, the Django James is a real threat in the welterweight division. He's a name you're going to be hearing a lot about. I'm very impressed with him.
Top 5 in the world is Jamal James. Morrel is a southpaw, just 21 years of age. The one item that Sankara Frazier, the trainer David Morrel, was telling us, they've only been together for about 4 months. He said that he is a fast learner and the kid can hit.
Well, the kid had an extensive amateur career. And down there, I've been to Cuba and I've seen amateurs. I've been to the academy, the boxing academy where they train in Havana, and these guys are so well schooled. Their footwork, their footwork is impeccable. That's what makes them the best amateurs in the world. And you know, this guy has an extensive career, amateur career. That's why he's only been 4 months, has 1 fight. He's fighting a guy with almost 20 fights. So he's got the experience, and now he's just got to get into the pro game. You know what I mean, Jared? Because coming from the amateurs, this is the pro game. It's the hurting game. He'll learn it real quick.
Exactly. You know, right now he's looking like a professional. You know, he's coming out slow. He's working behind his jab, throwing a great 1-2, and this is against another southpaw. So you know, he's moving to his left. He's doing what he's supposed to do, and he does great.
For Quintin Rangkin, he had a 3-fight win streak come to a close after losing a unanimous decision to Chad Dawson at the end of June. So this is a very good test. A lot of people would say that it's a bigger test than what most guys, I mean, it's significantly a bigger test than what most fighters who are just 1-0, but you look at the Cuban school of thinking, and you also look at the Eastern European school of thinking. They move their amateurs. There's a big shot, and down goes Rangkin from a heavy blow from Morrel.
6.
Yeah, you were saying,
7.
They moved the fighters pretty fast. They move pretty fast.
Box.
And that is the mindset for those with David Morrel Jr.
Now Rankin's already on the back foot. He's looking, he's looking to be on the defensive. Look, you keep Morrel off, you better throw something back. You better have some firepower to keep Morrel off of you, or else this fight isn't going to last too much longer.
Morrel is pounding away upon Quintin Rangkin. Rangkin looking to remain upright. He's been down already in the fight.
Stop!
And that's the end of the first. Now, November 6th, 1993, talk about things that only happen in boxing. It was between Riddick Bowe and Evander Holyfield. Fan man James Miller descended dramatically into the ring during the 7th round, causing a 20-minute delay in the fight. Holyfield would go on to defeat Bowe for his only career loss. But talk about pandemonium, and our very own Larry Hazzard Sr. was actually amidst that pandemonium. As we take a look, and Larry Hazzard Sr., you were there for all of this. Larry, can you tell us about the pandemonium that ensued?
And this was one of the most frightening nights that I've ever spent at a boxing event in my entire 50 years in the sport. You know, we're sitting at ringside, and the first indication that something was wrong was the fighters themselves. You watch, the fighters themselves stop and start looking up, and everybody, you didn't know whether to fight or flight, and then all of a sudden you saw all of these cords, and you say, well, where did this idiot come from? And then it was like a big gang fight. He's very fortunate that he didn't get out of there, he got out of there with his life, because the security guards, the fans, I saw Rock Newman, Riddick Bowe's manager, he was in there pounding these guys, and they actually had to rescue this guy from the crowd. So it was one hell of, it wasn't fight night, it was really fright night.
It was fight night, I like that. Well, thank you very much, Larry Hazzard Sr., giving us that explanation as to what happened with the Fat Man incident. And incidentally, Riddick Bowe is actually ringside here. So sure, we'll take a look at Riddick, Big Daddy Bowe, but right now it is David Morrel Jr. who is looking to show who's boss. Big shot for Morrel, and an uppercut. Down goes Rangkin.
And like you said, Ray, usually when the fighter falls face first, that's the end of the fight.
And this one is over. David Morrel Jr. looking mightily impressive, showing that power as he dispatches of Quintin Rangkin. And there is David Morrel Jr. There's a reason why they want to move this young man quick. Pounding away upon Quintin Rangkin. Morrel remains undefeated. Welcome back to PBC Fight Night on FS1. David Morrel Jr. celebrating with Jamal Shango James, his fellow stablemate, and what an impressive performance from the Cuban standout. And here's how it all played out, Ray.
Yeah, look, boom, good shots by both hands, up and down, all angles. Just right there, the body, the head. Oh, good, that's a straight right hand on top of the side of the head, top of the head. Those are the punches that mess up equilibrium. He followed up with that great uppercut. That uppercut was the punch, and it's great that at this point he knows how to use it.
And let's take a look at punch stats. It only took David Morrel Jr. 21 punches to dispatch of Quintin Rangkin. That's some power.
Well, yeah, it didn't see that he didn't take too much to land for him to get him out of there.
Yeah, I mean, good punches in both hands. Good power.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes at 1 minute, 1 second of the second round for your winner by knockout and still undefeated, David Morrel Jr.
Congratulations, David. We're going to have Mr. Louis de Cuba Sr. translating for us. Thank you very much. Great performance, great stoppage. What did you think of your performance?
¿Qué tú crees de tu pelea?
No, mi pelea fue, la vi... Siempre me preparo bien para todos mis contrarios, ¿no? Me preparo hasta el 100% como si fuera un título mundial. Ya así me enseñó uno de mis manejadores antes de empezar este boxeo profesional. Y no, me vi bien, me vi bastante bien, bastante rápido, gracias al trabajo de círculo de disciplina y eso fue lo importante.
He always prepares hard for every fight that he does, you know, takes every fight serious, every opponent hard, and that's the way he's always done his whole career, so that's the way he's going to continue.
And this was only your second professional fight, and it was an scheduled 8-rounder. I know it didn't go the 8. What's the urgency? Seems like you're maybe moving a little fast, and what's your goal? You trying to be a world champion anytime soon?
Dice que una pelea sola, que estés peleando 8 rounds ya, que eso es difícil de ver. ¿Cuál es la meta tuya?
No, mi meta primero que todo es llegar a discutir un título mundial. Es lo primero, un título mundial y me sentí bien, me sentí preparado, el equipo confía en mí, mi promoción, mi manejador, mi gente, todo mi equipo completo confía en mí y ahí está el resultado.
He says, you know, his goal is to fight for a world title. You know, that's what he came to the United States to do. He's ranked number 14th in the world. He's one of the greatest amateurs that ever lived. And he's ready to go. You know, if he could break Lomachenko's record, he'd like to do that right now because he could.
All right, well, I'll be looking forward to seeing that happen. Thank you so much. Congratulations to you. Ray, back to you.
Thank you very much, Jordan. Greatly appreciated. David Morrel Jr. wiping out Quintin Rangkin with that shot. It's called Oh My Goodness. And what comes up must come down. Boom, and there is a bad man.